Yo, what is up everyone? My name is Nick Suriano and welcome to my channel. Today I have a killer video for you guys. This is a trick that I perform almost every single day and is most of my time I go to. And it is so underutilized in Magic in my opinion. Now guys, think in your mind, what would be the most deceptive, fair, clean trick that you could perform to a spectator with a pack of playing cards? It is a trick where the spectator or two spectators shuffle the pack, you turn your back to them, two spectators look inside the deck, take out two cards, put those cards back inside the deck, and you know where those cards are the entire time, and your back is turned. It's so deceptive, so smart, and it's a method that almost every single magicians know, but it's so underutilized and I love it. So let's pan the camera down and I'm gonna show you guys what this looks like and then I'm gonna teach it. Alright guys, so this could be a borrowed deck, this can be in any order, there's no setup whatsoever. You take that deck, you can hand it to the spectator. If there's multiple spectators, have them all shuffle it, and they give the deck a little bit of a shuffle. It really is mixed up. There's no setup, and you could clearly show them that the deck is really mixed up, and they can see it for themselves. Then you hand the deck to them, they're gonna take the deck, you're gonna turn your back, and they're just gonna start dealing down cards. And whenever they want, they could stop wherever they want. And remember, your back is turned this entire time, so you really don't have to see. And then they're gonna look at their card, put it right back, put the rest of the pack back on top, hand the deck to another spectator if they wanted to. The next spectator could start dealing down some cards. Whenever they want, they could stop, look at their card, bang, rest of the cards go right back on top, you turn back around. And at this point, it is extremely fair. And even if you wanted to, you could still have your back turned and have them give the deck a few cuts if you really wanted. You could turn back around. This is extremely fair up until this point. You could then say, I'm going to locate your cards. This is really, you can go wherever you want because now you know where the cards are. You're gonna say, I'm gonna find your card, but it's very important that you think of your card, because when you think of your card, it makes it easier for me to find it. Now you really have to focus, and again, this is just whatever type of pattern you wanna use. It might actually be better if I do this under the table. You're gonna say, I'm gonna do this under the table. I'm not gonna look, and at this point you could do it behind your back or under the table. The faster you get it, the better. Bang, you say, done, I found your cards. Now the spectator can name their cards, both of them, and as they'll see, both of their cards are now face up in the pack. Now this is just one ending. You could come up with thousands of endings to this trick because you can basically know where the cards are. You could locate them, do whatever you want with them. Let's get right into this tutorial for this killer trick. Alright guys, jumping into the tutorial. Now, if you guys haven't already figured out the method, it's using key cards. Yes, key cards. This is the most simplest thing. I think this is the first trick I've ever learned in Magic, was using key cards. It's what we're first taught and then we forget it. So now, first time seeing this trick, I saw it and I thought, there had to be some sort of crazy method. There's loading cards onto the deck when the spectator wasn't looking, and really as easy as just two key cards. And this trick is so fair in my opinion, and sloppy, and I just love the way it looks, and I love the reactions it gets, because it's almost impossible for the spectator to reconstruct in their mind. So basically how this works, you hand the deck out, the spectator shuffles it, that's all true. You then take the cards back, all you do is spread out the cards and say, okay, you shuffled the pack. You could show them that the deck is shuffled. All you're gonna do is peek the top of this card right here, which is the bottom card, the 9 of hearts, and you're peeking this card right here, which is the Queen of clubs. So all you have to remember is the 9 of hearts and the Queen of clubs. Show them that the pack is shuffled, bang, there you go, put it down on the table, turn around. All they have to do from now is you just tell them, start dealing down the cards on the table, one at a time. Whenever they want, they could stop. They could genuinely stop wherever they want. Bang, they peek that card. You tell them to put it right back on top of the pile that they were dealing on the table, and then put the rest of the cards right on top. Bang, you're putting your key card, the 9 of hearts, right on top. What just happened is when they dealt the first couple cards, they placed that Queen of clubs, which is the top card, right on the bottom. So now that's the next key card. So the 9 of hearts is right next to their first selection, which was from the first spectator. The cards are handed off to the next spectator. The next spectator starts to deal the cards. Whenever they want to stop, they could stop. They could look at their card, tell them to put it right back on the table, just like the rest, and then drop that card right on top. And bang, they're dropping the Queen of clubs right on top of that card. So now you have both cards marked and you know exactly where they are in the pack. We'll go over that one more time just in case you didn't get it. Bang, they shuffle the pack, you spread through, you look at the 7 of spades and the 5 of clubs. 7 of spades is on the bottom, 5 of clubs is on the top. You don't really have to remember where they are, you just have to remember 7 of spades, 5 of clubs. You hand the cards off to the first spectator. They start dealing out the cards. They dealt down the first key card. They start dealing down the cards. Whenever they want to stop, they could stop. bang, right there. They look at their card and it goes right on top. Remember, the 7 of spades is gonna be going right on top of that. Perfect, which is our key card. You tell them to hand the cards off to the next spectator, which they do. They start dealing down the cards, just like so. Whenever they wanna stop, they could stop. Bang, they wanna stop here, bang, and then the 5 of clubs is getting dropped right on top of that. Now you can also have them cut it, because there's a very slim chance that they will cut in between where, you know, the key card is, but you can make them cut it. So right here, I think we're pretty solid. And then you can have them cut it one more time if your heart desires. So basically what you're gonna do now, all you're gonna do is you're gonna take the deck back. I spread through just like so. So right here is a 7 of spades, which is good because I know that now this is their card. So what I'll do here is I'll spread through, and if I catch that card right in the beginning, I'll say perfect, but I'm spreading it towards me so that they don't see. And I say, what I want you to do is I want you to think of your card. And then what I'll do is I'll hold this up to my head, I'll tap my temple with it, and I'll just say, make sure you think of your card, because it's very important you send that connection to me, because if not, it might be very difficult to find your card. Just place these cards right on top. They're not gonna notice it. You just spread the pack, kind of, you're just gesturing. It needs to be very nonchalant. You act it out, touch your head, blah, blah, blah. Cards right on top, because they won't remember what order they got pulled apart in. So bang, first selection's on top, you know that. Then you're gonna spread through again. All that's gonna happen here is you're looking for the 5 of clubs. So you're spreading through, you're saying, remember to, you know, send me that connection. Right here, bang, I found the 5 of clubs, which means the 8 of diamonds was their selection. All I'm doing here is spreading the cards. I go, you know what? This might actually be easier for me to do it under the table. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna do this under the table, or you could say, you know, behind my back. All I'm doing from here is as I'm going under the table, I'm under the table. I take this card, which is their selection, which I just split here, take their card, which is the selection, place that right on top of the Queen of Diamonds, which was the other selection, and then put the pack together, just like that. I'm doing this under the table, remind you. And now all I'm doing with these 2 cards is bang, I'm turning them over, putting them both in the middle of the pack, upside down, under the table. And then I take the cards out. If you can get fast at this, great. Do it fast, super fast, bang, put the cards out, and you go, I found your cards. They're gonna look at you like you're crazy, and you go, yes, I found them in the pack, and for the first time, can you name the cards out loud? Sometimes, which is good, the first spectator will name their card, and it'll be the first one that they selected, and then you can spread through and show the next one. So it's a very visual presentation, because you can, you know, they see both of their cards turned face up inside the pack. When you just spread the cards in front of them, we're looking through and none of the cards are face up. So you had to locate them. So in their mind, they're thinking you located the cards, flip them over upside down underneath the table. And that again is a great trick in of itself. Now again, you could end this trick whatever way you wanted to with having these key cards, and you could actually just look at the first, you know, the top key card when they, like after they shuffle, you turn your back if you're performing for just 1 spectator, you know, that's cool. But you can also do it for 2 spectators. You can't do it for 3 just because it needs to be the top and bottom card. And that's basically that. This is the effect. Now you could end this whatever way you wanted to, and if you guys have any suggestions, please leave them in the comments below, because I want to hear what you guys have to say. Because this is one of my go-tos. This is what I use all the time, just because it's so fair, it's so clean, it's a little sloppy, which I love. I love sloppy magic, and I think this is a very, very great trick to use. Alright guys, so there you have it. One of my go-to tricks, and in my opinion, the most underutilized tool in magic. Just because we get it, you know, we learn it, our very first trick, and then it just sits in the back of our mind and we never really go back to it. Now I'm not saying nobody uses it, because trust me, there's a bunch of people who do use it and they kick ass with using it. But I'm saying let's change that. Let's start using key cards more, because I love them. And you know, if you wanted to, you could put crimps in the cards, you could do whatever you want, and it's an indicator, and you could have them cut the pack, and it's just super fair, and I love it. So I hope you guys start using this and definitely making some use of it. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like button and also subscribe and click that little notification button so you guys can stay notified when I'm posting videos. Also, Xavier Spade and I have started a podcast, so if you want to check that out, I will leave the link down below. If you want to see me and Xavier talking it up about magics, YouTubes, all that good stuff, I will leave it down below. You guys can go check that out. And that's basically it. So I'll see you guys in my next upload. Stay good, stay golden, and practice this trick. And let me know if you guys had any success with it. And let me hear your magic stories in the comments below. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.